I'm not going to sit around and wait.
Recording
All
is in
right.
progress, Mr. Chairman.
The October 19th, 2021 Zoning Board of Adjustment meeting for Long Hill Township is now called to order at 7:34. Adequate notice of this meeting has been provided by posting a copy of the public meeting dates on the municipal bulletin board and website, by sending a copy to the Echo Sentinel and Courier News newspapers, and by filing a copy with the municipal clerk. Standard board procedures. Any hearing conducted by the board is a quasi-judicial proceeding. Any questions or comments must be limited to issues that are relevant to what the board may legally consider in reaching a decision. And decorum appropriate to a judicial hearing must be maintained at all times. Meeting cutoff. Announcement is made that, as a matter of procedure, it is the intention of the Zoning Board of Adjustment not to continue any matter past 10:30 p.m. in any regular or special meeting of the board unless a motion is passed by the members then present to extend the meeting to a later specified cutoff time. Pledge of Allegiance. Brian, would you lead us, please?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Roll call.
Yes. Where'd my roll call go? Okay. Mr. Aronio is currently absent. Mr. Giannakis is excused tonight. Mr. Grosskopf?
Here.
Mr. Malloy?
Here.
Mr. Rosenberg is excused tonight. Mr. Hain?
Here.
Ms. Robertson?
You're on mute, Joe. Okay, you're good now. You can say, oh, back on mute.
Here?
Yes.
Yep,
good.
There you go. All right. Vice Chairman Johnson?
Here.
And Chairman Correct?
Here. All right,
Chairman, we have a quorum.
good, thank you. Now we have the meeting minutes of October 5th, 2021. The eligible people to vote is all people present except for Gary and Jill, since they were excused. Do I hear a motion? Do I have any comments or corrections for the minutes?
Me.
Okay. Do I hear a motion to approve the minutes?
Sure.
Who was that? Who moved the motion to approve the minutes?
Scott.
Scott, okay. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Okay, thank you. All right,
All in
All-
favor?
all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Aye, everybody, aye, good, okay, great, terrific. Now we have the Dwyer resolution.
Oh,
Which-
Mr. Chairman, we
We have
have
another-
Yeah.
Two meeting minutes. I think on the 12th is the next one.
and we have to do them separately. October 12th, regular, or
Wait a
the
minute,
special
wait,
meeting and the
okay.
executive session.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't even see those. Yes, we have the, hold on a second, let me go back to the agenda. Right, I'm sorry, you have the October 12th, right. Sorry about that. They're right here, okay. I had them a different section of my screen. Okay, the October 12th meeting, everyone is eligible, almost everybody that's, let me see. Oh, okay. Excused or absent was Jerry, Scott, Jill. So Jill and Scott, you aren't eligible, but everybody else is that is currently present. Do I hear a motion first of all, before I hear the motion, is there any comments or corrections to the minutes?
Just for clarification, are we talking about the regular or the executive session? Yeah.
The regular, the regular meeting, session. The regular one I'm taking first.
No comments.
Okay. Okay, do I hear a motion to approve the regular meeting for October 12th, 2021?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All right, now we have the executive session for October 12th, 2021, and the same people are eligible to vote on that. And do I hear any corrections or changes to those meetings, those minutes?
Nope.
Okay. All right, do we have a motion to move the executive session meetings of October 12th, 2021?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay, good, terrific. Now, let's go back to the agenda. We have a resolution for Patrick Dwyer's. And everybody is eligible except for Jill and Gary, right? And Gary's not here.
Correct.
Right, okay. So are there any corrections or comments concerning the resolution for Dwyer?
Chairman, I want to make sure I got the citation right. Page 3, paragraph number 4, the last sentence.
Okay, hold on, let's get to that. Page 3, paragraph 4, okay?
Let me just get to it here. I think it's page 3, paragraph 4. The last sentence says, the applicants will require lowering the existing grade along the rear of the dwelling in order to reduce the lowest ground elevation, thereby reducing the height of the structure. Shouldn't that be increasing?
Absolutely. My apologies. Yep.
Yeah.
Tisk.
Good catch, Brian. Okay, so with that correction, anything else?
No.
Okay. Now this resolution is for Patrick Dwyer, 58 Delaware Avenue, Sterling, New Jersey, block 13204, lot 20, application number 2020-15Z for the record, so we know what we're voting on. Now, roll call on this. Oh, do I hear a motion? I'm sorry. Motion first?
So moved.
Move. Was
Okay,
second?
Vice Chairman Johnson was the first. Who's the second?
Yes, first. He moved it. Second?
Second.
Somebody? Okay, great. Terrific.
Okay.
All right, roll call.
Vice Chairman Johnson,
Yes.
Mr. Grosskopf,
Yes.
Mr. Malloy,
Yes.
Mr. Hain,
Yes.
Chairman Grant,
Yes.
motion
All right,
carries.
terrific. All right, we're getting through this. All right, now, the next thing we have to deal with is a resolution to extend the approval that we gave to block 13404, lot 5, zone R2, 93 Morristown Road, application number 18-07Z, NELEH LLC. What is it? Nelly is, I guess, LLC. That was for, they need to extend our approval, and we have the resolution that, let me see, where is that? Okay. Let's see, this is it here. Okay, this is it here. Yes, our secretary, our board attorney did the resolution, right? Or who did the resolution?
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
I did it. I do want to make one note, my apology, but in the whereas clause on the bottom of page 1, it says the extension is for 4 years. That should be 3 years.
Okay,
From November 6, 2019 to November 6, 2020. It's a 3-year extension request by the applicant. I believe applicant's counsel's here. And just for the record, if I may, Mr. Chairman, the applicant's counsel did do notice. So certainly I did review it, found the content to be sufficient, found it to be timely served, published October 9, certified mail October 8, both at least 10 days prior to this evening. And we do provide the resolution in advance so that if the board wishes to grant the application for the extension, you can do so with one vote on this night, just moving to adopt the resolution as drafted or as modified if that's the decision of the board.
you did say 3 years in the resolution.
Oh, it does. Does it say 3 years on the?
Yeah.
I might have an older version then. My apologies for apologizing, but
That's
the
okay.
one
I
have
mean, I
says
was
3
wondering what you
years.
meant because I did see 3 years. in it. That's
Good.
okay.
She did change it. I did request the change, and I
Okay,
must
good.
be looking at the older version.
Okay, so,
Wait, just for a point of clarification, Mr. Warner and Chairman Correct. Are we going to, this is generally the board is very happy to do the memorialization of the resolution the same night, but would you prefer that we first approve with a vote the extension and then memorialize with another vote, or is it all in one?
Candidly, Mr. Chairman, if I may, you certainly can do it all in one. We do it that way.
That's fine.
elsewhere all
I have
the
no
time.
problem with that. I
Yeah,
have no problem, as long as you have the resolution done, what you do.
right.
So let's hear from the attorney as to the need for this and what the problems were that you were having.
Mr. Chairman, for the record, my name is Jay Bone. I'm an attorney with the law firm of Schiller, Pittenger, and Galvin, PC. I represent the applicant. Principal of the applicant, Arthur Zarnecki, is with me tonight, so he's prepared to give testimony, and I expect him to testify that he's made efforts to get all the additional approvals. He ran into problems, particularly with the sewer approval. Among the other issues was the conversion from a township operated utility system to be run by a private vendor. It took him a while to get the approval. There was a moratorium at one time. He now has not only sewer approval, but the sewer and the water have been installed. He's got lines to the property. And of course, also, we all know that COVID has slowed a lot of things down, but he is now ready to proceed. And I have him here. He can testify to that if you want him to verify all of that.
Okay, so are you aware, are you familiar with what stage the property's at this point?
I'll have Mr. Zarnecki.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, let's swear in Mr. Arthur Zarnecki.
Mr. Zarnecki, please raise your right hand. Do you swear to God or affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
And just give the board your address for the record, and then you can proceed to
And well,
testify.
state your name and spell your last name and then give us your
Okay.
address.
Arthur Zarnecki. Last name is C as in Charlie, Z as in zebra, Arnecki. You guys would like to know my current living address or the address of the property?
No, your address.
I reside at 29 Valley View Road in Warren, New Jersey, 07059.
Your connection's a bit spotty,
I'm
so
sorry.
that's okay. Just letting you know that's a bit choppy. So go ahead. What your attorney's going to ask you a series of questions.
Yeah, so we've been cleaning up the property. We've been getting it ready to start the project, and that was our holdup was the sewer line, which has been connected. I'm gonna say 2 weeks ago, just recently. So we are ready to go.
Okay. So what's your prospects on, what do you mean by ready to go? What's the status of the of starting to build?
It's just a matter of getting the permits.
Okay. All right. So as soon as that's done, you start with the foundation?
Yeah, we have some retaining walls to do, so we're probably going to start with that as well.
Okay.
then
So it's
get to the
pretty much ready to
excavation.
get off the ground then?
Yes.
Okay. Or get into the ground, as you might say. Okay. You have any questions? Does the applicant's attorney have any further questions of his witness?
No, I don't.
Okay. Board members, do you have any questions of Mr. Zarnecki?
No.
Okay. Are there any members of the public that may have questions for Mr. Zarnecki? Deb? No? Oh, where's our loyal following?
No members of the public.
Okay. No members of the public. Oh, you're lucky tonight. Our ratings just dropped. Okay. So I guess if I hear no questions and there is no public, so I guess I should not ask for any comments because there are no public to begin with. Just so we understand, Mr. Zarnecki, just give us a brief outline as to your timeline from now until the time you think you're going to be finished with it, or at least significantly into the project. What is your present timeline?
Well, weather providing right now, we're getting into, colder weather, so we'll see how it goes with the, so hopefully I would like to be done by July.
Of
June,
next
July.
year. Okay, okay,
Yes.
well, so you're gonna be making significant progress between now and then. Okay,
Yes.
so you'll do as much as you can do before the weather hits or gets worse, and then start up again when the weather gets better. Is that your
Yes.
plan? Okay, all right, sounds good. Now, do I hear a motion to approve the resolution as presented to us, draft 10.18.21, for the Nelly LLC, 93 Morristown Road, Gillette, New Jersey, 07933, block 13404, lot 5, application number 18-07Z, to extend his approval for 3 years from November 6, 2019 to November 6, 2022.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Okay, roll call.
And this is for the approval and for the resolution to memorialize the resolution. Mr. Malloy,
Yes.
Mr. Grosskopf,
Yes.
Mr. Hain,
Yes.
Ms. Robertson,
yeah,
Vice Chairman Johnson,
Yes.
Chairman Grecht,
Yes,
motion carries.
Thank you.
congratulations. Good luck on your project. Hope the weather
Thank
holds
you,
out.
ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate your time.
Well, we appreciate your efforts. Thank you.
Have a good night, and I'll see you, Deb.
All right,
Thank you.
very good.
All right.
And thank
bye-bye.
you, Mr. Bond, for your assistance.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Now, Deb, before we adjourn, do you want to just give us a little heads up on what's going on with our scheduling and what we plan on seeing in the future? Because I know, do we still have those three three applications for the next meeting?
We do, yes. There will be 3 applications. I just touched base with all of them today. They all got their notices and their echo for this week.
Sorry, Brian. but-
So
Sure, just leave me with 3. That's no problem.
Okay, good. I know you can handle it. That's why I'm not worried. I'm gonna be sitting there learning how to check in people on a new computer. No more
So
books
the-
now when you go to vote. It's all Apple iPads.
So the only thing I would say to the board is that we need to discuss the possibility, if you would like to consider having another special meeting. We could do it in the month of November. The proposed date that I would propose to the board would be Thursday, November 18th. That would give you 4 meetings in that month. Or you could choose to do another special meeting in December, as you only have 1 scheduled right now. The reason why I'm suggesting the possibility is because we have AT&T and T-Mobile coming back to the board that have submitted applications
Okay.
to put their equipment back onto the new monopoles for the PSC&G monopoles. And they need to come back for height variance, because what they were originally approved 4 years ago, considerably lower than what it will be.
Yes.
So I'll let Steve take over and kind of explain what the board's requirements are in your consideration of a special meeting or not.
Well, before he does, why did you say the 18th as opposed to the 30th, which is the last Tuesday? Is there any reason?
Well, we
for
can't
that?
do the 30th because the
Why?
planning board has the 30th.
Oh, those
right.
hogs. What were they doing? What are they doing with the 30th?
They're the redevelopment application for the car wash site.
Oh, of course. Yes. All right.
So
gonna
the
miss the
reason I
car
was
wash.
right. So the reason I was kind of suggesting keeping in November, because it gets iffy with some
December.
statutory days that could possibly, but that's a lot for the board. So if the board does not want to consider 4 meetings in the month of November, then I would suggest considering a December date.
Yeah, I don't know if, well, 4 meetings, what, well, we're meeting on the 2nd.
So you have November
16th.
2nd, we have
Right.
November 9th, which is,
The
you have
9th,
literally
right.
3 weeks in a row, because the 9th,
Ooh.
you're doing interviews for board engineer.
Right, well, I understand it's a meeting, but it's not an application, it's a special meeting.
Right, but
Okay. Right.
some board
so-
members might not appreciate that.
Okay, well, it's all Zoom
So-
now, it's like you're sitting in your
True.
underwear.
It's,
But,
well, again, TMI, but okay.
Yeah, I know, I'm only teasing.
Nobody stand up.
That's
Nobody
right.
stand up. But so
So,
that would mean
and
that
then-
we'd have the 3 in a row plus the 2 in the same week.
correct.
Okay. Well, how's everybody feel about having the 18th? I mean, I'm available. I'm fine with it. How's everybody feel that's here now? I mean, if you're not here now, then it's tough, but
I mean, considering the, our last discussions, that we knew that we had a lot coming on, and it was one of our considerations on the Zoom format. If we've got stuff in the line here that I think it might be beneficial, I think.
Yeah, I just a side note too, I had there's an application that's coming to us that I had to deny for some lot coverage issues. And when I told the gentleman that he wasn't going to be before the board minimum February, I thought he was going to hurl something at me.
you know something, we're in demand. We're in demand.
I
We
said,
should raise our
listen,
prices. We're in demand.
that's good for Long Hill, not good
Yeah.
for applicants, but it's good for Long Hill.
Yes. All right. Well, okay. I assume by not hearing any dissent that everyone would be amenable to doing the 18th. Now let our.
Mr. Chairman, if I could just chime in 1 minute, to the extent it's relevant, I will not be able to do that date, but I
Oh.
certainly can have either Amanda or John cover for me for that date.
I personally don't have a problem with that, because if you have confidence enough in them, and I'd like to get to know them anyway, I would appreciate them sitting in on being our board attorney for one night, because I would like to get to know them too, because they're part of you and they're part of your firm. And I think it's important we communicate with them also, so.
Oh, absolutely. I can't say for certain whether it would be Amanda or John at this time, but I can say for certain it will be one of them.
That's fine. That's
That-
fine.
that
And
being
I
a
would
particularly
welcome
off
either-
date.
Yeah, I would welcome either one of them. That would be.
Thank you.
But why don't you, Steve, tell us what your legal guidance would be on the special meeting, and why we would.
Sure, and in fairness to myself, only just recently got the application, so only had a chance to take a quick look, but generally the way section 6409 of the Federal Act works, there's what we call a shot clock for certain types of wireless telecommunication facility or cell tower applications that generally have required that there not be what's defined as a substantial change in the existing facilities. And those are usually not more than I think it's a 10-foot increase in height. There's certain extensions and what have you that fall into the not a substantial change. It's my understanding from reviewing those applications quickly and not yet having the benefit of any professional reports that what they are asking for appears not to constitute, would actually constitute a substantial change. Wouldn't be
So
within
it's more
those
than 10 feet?
parameters, I believe. And in light of same, in my opinion, they would not, although they'll argue with me, they're not necessarily, we're not necessarily required to complete the application within 60 days. That said, I will tell you just generally, prudence dictates, particularly with cell tower applications,
Okay.
that you do them as soon as you can do them. And again, on further review, when the engineers and the planners have an opportunity to review and weigh in, and I have an opportunity to review the entirety of the files, it may be that we come to a different conclusion. So I think all in all, it's prudent if you could hear it as soon as practicable, if not within the 60-day time frame, as close to it as is practicable.
Well, just so we're educated, what would be the 60-day? Is it 60 days, you said?
Yeah, and well, my
Okay.
understanding that it was deemed, when was it deemed complete? Yeah,
You're on
I'm
mute.
sure you're on mute.
Sorry about that. Technically, I haven't deemed them complete yet.
When
But
was
we
it
do-
submitted?
I don't have it in front of me. Minimum at least 2 weeks ago.
But if you had, let's say you deem them complete tomorrow, so we have 60 days from tomorrow, right?
Or I thought we had 60 days from the actual submission.
They're taking the
For this case.
position apparently 60 days from submission. I'm telling you, I don't believe they're correct. Because I believe they're asking for more, what would constitute a substantial change. So,
But no, okay,
Yeah.
that argument aside, do
Then
you agree it's from submission or from deemed complete?
they're taking the position 60 days. It's normally 60 days from deemed complete. But
Okay.
you have a certain time frame within which to deem complete.
Right, so let's say it's deemed complete 2 weeks ago, when would be the 60 days?
I guess you're still talking the end of November, correct, Deb?
Okay, so I think the 18th would be prudent, as you said, only because, it gives us a little leeway time in case they don't finish that night or something else comes up or God knows what else would happen, but at
They
least we
certainly
have them
cannot
scheduled.
complain.
Yeah,
you
right,
do
we're
it on
moving them as
November
fast
18th.
as possible, right? So let's say we don't complete them. Let's say some weird thing happens and we don't complete them that night. They can't complain we didn't start them. And once they're started, they can always agree to go longer, so. All right,
Correct.
hearing that, do I hear a motion to plan to schedule a special meeting for Thursday, November 18th, for the reasons as we stated, to hear the resolution for the cell tower? The
So
application.
moved.
Second?
Okay.
Okay. Roll call?
Mr. Grosskopf,
Yes.
Vice Chairman Johnson,
Yes.
Mr. Malloy,
Yes.
Mr. Hain,
Yes.
Ms. Robertson,
yes,
Chairman Correct,
Yes.
motion carries. Thank you,
I
board.
guess we're getting overtime in November.
That's right. And Mr. Chairman, if I
And
can.
10% of what you're making now.
Yeah,
That's right.
exactly.
That's right. Double the salary. If I could just make one request, because while the agenda noted the fact that we're carrying the door application, if I or you can just make the formal announcement that matter is being carried,
Yes.
notwithstanding the fact that we may not have any public here.
Yes, okay, that's fine. I thought I had, but that's fine. The wire application is being carried to November 16th, 2021. Renotice will be required. So they do have to renotice for November 16th, 2021.
I'd like to make a comment about that application. Not that we should discuss it at this point, but I know that they went before the planning board, and the planning board put stipulations on them increasing the height of their building. I don't want to go any further because I don't want to disqualify myself, but I don't know if we should review that or have Mr. Warner and his team review.
Well, let me ask Steve, how would that apply to us if this is a new application before the Board of Adjustment? Does it really matter what the planning board did in the past?
Well, I don't have that information yet, frankly. But what I do understand is that the applicant has confirmed that there is at least one D variance, and hence our jurisdiction, because there is a D variance at issue along with the site plan and some bulk variances. The D variance was not referenced, no D variance was referenced in the notice. That was a
Normally,
deficiency in the notice, but
legally, just because they went before another board in the past for something else, would that bind us?
no, first of all, the planning board, even if they wanted to retain jurisdiction, could not if there's a D variance. We're the only
Right.
board that could hear the
Okay.
application.
And once
And
it comes
can't-
before us, it's a new application. So,
Essentially, yes. I would have to look to see what that history was to
Okay.
see if, to the extent it might have any implication or relevance whatsoever. So
Okay.
Deb,
Oh, yeah,
maybe
that
you
would be
could get
good
me
if you
that
could do
prior
that.
approval resolution.
Mhm. Yes, I will look into
because
that.
I wasn't aware of that fact yet. I did review what I did have, and we were able to confirm with applicants counsel and Liz Laney and I that they are taking the position a D variance is required, a D3 violation of one of the conditions for outdoor dining, and therefore needing to be before us. And of course, then it was very obvious that the notice was deficient, so obvious that applicants counsel agreed
Okay, yeah.
and is now going to renotice and hence the adjournment.
So great,
So-
that's block 10801, lot 101, zone B-1-20. 6645 Valley Road, application number 21-07Z. DOAR LLC, Anaconda Bistro.
All right.
All right,
And the applicant's counsel did confirm in writing in the letter request that he's extended the time for our board to act through the end
Okay.
of November. So we don't
Good.
have any issues there. That was at our request.
yes, Tom.
I was gonna say, if I speak to this, does that disqualify me? But from my understanding was that they were given permission for a third story, which is not allowed in this town.
Steve, are you
Except,
trying to say something?
am I trying to say something?
It looked like Steve was trying to say
No,
something.
yeah, maybe I would suggest that you not comment, not that it might be,
Yeah.
public knowledge, what,
Let-
and the prior
Mhm.
proceedings, certainly the board can be aware of them.
Yeah.
My
let's
only
let us,
hesitancy is less is
let's
more
let
once
our
an
attorney
application's before us.
Let's let our
Okay.
attorney look at the prior documents and determine what they legally mean to us as far as a
Mhm.
board. And then we'll take it from there.
Okay,
Because they may not have any bearing. They might have some, or they might have very little. So we have to see. But we'll take that into consideration. Great. Is there any other old new business that we have to consider?
Not for me, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, great, terrific. We had an easy night tonight. All right, guys, thank you. I appreciate everyone who comes, even to these so-called procedural things that we're doing. It's still important that we have a quorum, and thank you very much. I appreciate it. So do I hear a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Oh, great. If we can't see you, at least we can hear you, Scott.
That's it.
All right, so moved. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All right,
Aye.
good. We're adjourned. Thank you very much again, everybody, and we'll see you. I won't see you on the second. Good luck, Brian.
Sounds good.
If I stop by with the books, I'll say hello. All right, talk to you later. Bye-bye.
You
All
well,
right,
everybody.
everybody. Have a
Take
good
care.
night. Thank you.
thank you.
Good night.